Hello everyone. In continuity of our lecture series of textual analysis of the drama Macbeth, and in our last lecture we started the textual analysis of Act Third, Scene First. So in that lecture we have discussed that Macbeth and Banquo are talking to each other, and Macbeth says that he has arranged a royal banquet or supper or dinner, and he asked Banquo to be the chief guest of that royal banquet. And Banquo says that he is going or he is riding away today, but he would try his best to return in time before the banquet. But if his horse doesn't maintain the speed, then he might get late by an hour or two. So this was the major action that took place in our previous lecture, and now I am sharing the text from where we will start our textual analysis of this scene. Yes, so this is the text from where we will start our analysis, and as you can see at the top of the screen, this is Macbeth and he is talking to Banquo. And Macbeth says that we hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland. And Macbeth says to Banquo that I came to know that his cousins means the sons of King Duncan, Malcolm and Donalbain, have gone to England and Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, and they have not confessed their guilt of murdering their father yet. Parricide means murdering the father, and not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their heroes with strange invention, and they are saying different kind of things to other people, means they are not confessing their crime and they are talking some other kind of things to people. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall cause of state craving us jointly. But on this issue we will talk tomorrow when we'll sit together and consult about the welfare of this kingdom. Hie you the horse, so may you ride well. Adieu. Adieu means farewell. Till you return at night, goes Flins with you. And again Macbeth asks to Banquo, that is Flins going with you. So Flins is the son of Banquo, and Macbeth asks to Banquo, that is your son is also going with you. Banquo, aye my lord. So Banquo says that yes, your majesty, our time does call upon us, and he asks the permission of Macbeth to go away from there. Macbeth, I wish your horses swift and sure on of foot. And Macbeth says that this is my good wish, that your horse may maintain the speed and they also bring you safely. And so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. So after this Banquo exit or goes away from there. Then Macbeth again instruct the other people, and he says that let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. So every person in this castle can do whatever he wish till the 7 7 o'clock of this night. So all of you are free till 7 o'clock of this night, and we will keep ourselves till supper time alone, and I will keep myself alone till the supper or banquet time. While then, God be with you. So till then, I wish you all that you all remain safe. Exeunt all except Macbeth and an attendant. So everyone goes away from there except Macbeth and a servant. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men a pleasure. So Macbeth says that I want to talk to you, and go and attend those two men who are waiting for me. Attendant, they are, my lord, without the palace gate. And the attendant says that they are waiting at the palace gate. Macbeth, bring them before us. And Macbeth asked the attendant to bring those two men before him. Exit attendant. To be thus is nothing, but it is to be safe, to safely thus. So Macbeth is now talking to himself, means it is a kind of soliloquy. So he says that to be thus is nothing, to live like this is meaningless, but to be safely thus, and without safety my kingship or my throne or my crown is meaningless. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, so all I fear is one person, and this is Banquo. And in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared, and I am frightened from the nature of Banquo, because his nature is filled with royalty, and this is the most frightening thing about him. This much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valour, and also his dauntless temper or his wisdom guides him to act boldly, and he is also brave and wise. There is none but he whose being I do fear. So there is no one else in this kingdom from where I fear, but this is only one man, and this is Banquo. And under him my genius is rebuked, and I feel myself small or inferior in the presence of Banquo. As it is said, Mark Antony's was by Caesar, as it was in the case with Mark Antony in the presence of Caesar. He cheated the sisters, and he also cheat means scold. So he also scolded those sisters. Sisters are here referred to those three witches. So he also scolded those three witches. When first they put the name of king upon me, so when those sisters held me, or they addressed or called me with the name of king, and bade them speak to him, and he also asked them to speak about him. So Banquo asked those three witches to predict or to say something about him. Then prophet like they held him father to a line of kings. Then those three witches prophesied about Banquo that he would be the father of a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and in this way this kingship or this throne is all fruitless for me, because my future generation would not get this kingship. according to the prediction of those three witches, and put a barren sceptre in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. So in this way, my son would not get this kingship, and this throne is all fruitless or meaningless for me. So this crown is not to be inherited by my sons, but it is to be snatched away by others. No son of mine succeeding, if it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. So if this would be the case, or if this would be the reality, so what is the use of murdering King Duncan? So it would be only beneficial for Banquo and not for me. So I filed my mind, for them the gracious Duncan have I murdered, and I have not intended to get this kind of result, and to by murdering such a kind-hearted man like Duncan. So this is not the result I would intend after murdering such a noble person or such a noble nature. Put rancors in the vessel of my peace only for them. So I have poisoned the peace of my own mind. So put rancors in the vessel of my peace only for them, and mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man. And I have given away my eternal jewel. Eternal jewel here is referred to the soul. So I have given away my eternal soul, which is my dearest possession, to the devil for making Banquo's son the king of Scotland. So to make them kings, the seed of Banquo's kings. Rather than so, come fate into the list and champion me to the utterance. So rather than allowing this scheme to take place, I would challenge fate to enter the list against me and fight for the death. So I would try my best till death to change this prediction of those witches about Banquo, that I would not allow Banquo's generation to get the throne of this kingdom. Who is there? Now Macbeth is calling. Who is there? Re-enter attendant with two murderers. So a servant re-enter, and there are two murderers with him. Now go to the door and stay there till we call. And now Macbeth instructs that servant to go to the door till he call him again. Exit attendant. Then the attendant goes away. Was it not yesterday we spoke together? Now Macbeth is talking to those two murderers, that was it not yesterday that we spoke about this matter yesterday? First murderer, it was, so please your highness. First murderer says that yes. Macbeth, well then now, have you considered of my speeches? Now Macbeth says that, so Macbeth says to those murderer, well then, tell me if you have thought over my proposal. Know that it was he in the times past which held you so under fortune, and I have also explained to you that how Banquo has put you under fortune. So It was Banco who kept you under in the past, and not I, as you mistakenly understand. So, under which you thought had been our innocent self, this I made good to you in our last conference. So, I made it clear to you and proved it point by point. How you were borne in hand, how crossed the instruments, and I explained to you that how you were kept in false hopes, and how cruelly you were treated, who wrote with them, and all things else that might to a half a soul and to a notion crazed say, thus did Banco. So I explained all things to you. Now even a stupid and mad person can understand this. To a half a soul means mad or stupid person can understand this, and it was none but Banco who did all these things. So I have explained everything to you in our last conversation, and that how ill, how you were treated in a wrong manner by Banco. So Banco is the solely responsible person for all of your misfortunes.